Hello everyone. One of the problems I often face, especially when working with displays like this one, is how to test a printed circuit board that has side contacts, okay, like here, in a simple and reversible way. So I did some Googling, and the only suggestion that came up is to solder these pin headers. I must say that I don't really like this idea because it is not really reversible. Because these pin headers are extremely difficult to remove, and of course, in the end, you risk that you will damage printed circuit board. So I came with a new idea about making an adapter that is easily removable. So I will use this strip board or Vero board. So you see there are copper strips connecting holes in it. Then I will use M1 screws. Those are screws which have a diameter of 1 millimeter. And finally, I will use pin headers. Okay, all of these can be easily obtained from China, and I will put some links in the description if you are interested. So, for a start, we have to make 4 rows, 4 rows of holes here. I already cut the strip board before, so we can proceed directly to the next step. And the next step is soldering this pin header to this strip board. Okay, before I start soldering, I will put some soldering paste, so I will make soldering much easier. There are, I don't know if there is any better way to put solder paste, but it works okay this way also. So okay, now I put pin header in and start soldering. Okay, now I can make some corrections. It would be much easier if I have three hands instead of two. So after finishing soldering, we are ready for step 3. And step 3 is to use the screws and connect strip board adapter to my printed circuit board. So you have probably noticed that my adapter is too long. But this is no problem because you don't need to use all the holes. And if you come across some bigger printed circuit board, you might need these extra holes on the adapter. Okay, so what I do is simply put the screws so they go through both holes. Also, please note that I am using the screws every second hole, and also I will not put screws in all of the holes. You just put the screws in the positions when you really need contacts. Okay, now we are on the back side, and on the back side I put nuts. So, also you have probably noticed that these screws are too long. This is because I intend to use these screws for other purposes. In particular, I intend to use these screws in situations when there is double row of contacts. If you are interested how to do that, then of course you can write this in comments, and I will consider to make another video explaining that. Okay, the next thing you have to notice is that I'm alternating the direction of the screws. So you see I'm here on the back side. Every second hole I'm putting the screw in the opposite direction. There is a good reason for that. The reason is that these nuts are rather big, and because they are so big, what could happen if there are two successive nuts in two successive holes? What happens is that these nuts could come into contact, and that would not be a good idea. So, in order to avoid contacts between the nuts, I'm alternating the screws, and I'm putting screws in different directions. Therefore, I'm putting nuts in different directions. And we are done. As you see, we have established contacts between the strip board and the adapter, and now we can simply put this adapter with the printed circuit board into the breadboard, or we can use the special wires and contact them to our other devices. Okay, please leave the comments below the video. You can also put your own suggestions how to solve this problem, or maybe improvements to the existing solution. And of course, like the video if you like this method. And see you again.